Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Apple Jacks. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I tried to go to bed at a decent time and could not fall asleep. Annoying. I haven't taken any trades. I didn't have anything set up so far. Y'all know when there's 8:45 and 9 a.m. news, I typically don't have setups until after the 9 o'clock news. So that happened to be today as well. Oh shoot, I forgot to put in my overnight levels. I don't even think I did that yesterday either. So I didn't even finish everything I wanted to finish yesterday. I stopped early to try to go to bed at a decent time so I wouldn't be so sleepy this morning, and it didn't even work. So my goal is to finish today. But can you move out the way? All right, there we go. 409.75. Yeah, the goal is to finish today. But it is looking like I'm probably going to end up getting rid of counter trend trades, which is so weird. I've made such good progress with them. We'll see. London played you. What happened? Did you get wicked out for a loss? Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? But yeah, I stopped studying at I stopped going through that big stack around 12:30. Started, categorizing each thing or whatever in my little analysis sheet. Got done at like 3:15 maybe. Somewhere around. I did take a late nap yesterday. And I thought I was good from there. Mm-mm. I probably didn't even go to sleep until like 6:30 this morning. I literally just laid there from 3:30 until 6 something this morning. I just laid there. I could not go back to sleep. I was so irritated. In my late nap, I think I only napped for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours max, and woke up at like 7:30. But my body was like, oh, that's a whole night of sleep. Let's stay up. Irritating. The New York Open got you. Oh no, what happened? Did you go short somewhere down here? All right, all right, all right. Let's see. I can only trade until 8:55 or so. Oh, I got the wrong chart up. No bueno. Oh, we're good. It wasn't gonna be anything anyway. Ah, short at the bottom. You did have a loss mitigated by ES this morning. At least you were able to mitigate it though. So are you break even? 31. I was gonna say that volume pattern is not gonna work out anyway, so it's probably gonna reverse, and that's exactly what it did. Science event today, leaving early. Ooh, I hope you guys have fun. Is it like a science fair or something else? The exact I'm trying to just execute. I feel you. I feel you. That's how it should be. Don't worry about the P&L. The more efficient you are with your trading, the more the P&L will follow. Oh, it does sound like fun. Science and math were like my zhuzh. Don't give me nothing history, but like, none of that. Especially history. Like, y'all see how bad my memory is on a daily basis. It's always been that way. And I don't know, it's just hard for me to remember things that I feel like are completely irrelevant to my life. Why the hell do I care about what happened in 1792? I don't. Like, no. STEM activities incorporating STEM. Ooh, that will be hella fun. Let us know how it goes. All these stupid one bar pullbacks. So, for the last few weeks, I've still been trading like after the one bar pullbacks. I haven't been waiting like 3 swings, but I'm quite sure in the brief time I went over my analysis sheet, since starting to incorporate all of those trades that started back January 27th, I have to wait the 3 swings again, which is very annoying. Hopefully, I'll at least at some point be able to incorporate the one bar pullbacks themselves, because then I wouldn't be losing out on so much. Because at least if I was able to, like capture this move, then not being able to trade the next 3 swings wouldn't really matter that much. Why is my volume so low? Oh, because NinjaTrader is actually low. But yeah, I condensed everything, at least for today, into like one-liners. If what I kind of saw on my analysis sheet couldn't fit into one line of text for that particular setup, I just don't have it for now. So we'll see. I also have to figure out like, all right, when the swing starts with a double top and then we pull back, how do I trade that? For a long time, I would not trade that at all. Also what I noticed is that no trades inside of the change zone at all right now. So I'm trying to just be really selective. Like I said yesterday, the biggest problem that I feel like I've had is that I'm trying to be able to capture everything possible when it's not necessary. Like, let's just only do the most high quality setups and let's just go from there. And we'll see. Yeah, baby, my memory is trash. Before he asked about a week, he was like, I appreciate you remembering, because I'm not that person. Like, I might agree to something, like, whether it's, okay, good example. I told my sister 2 weeks ago, she asked me to go to the doctor with her. I'm like, all right, sure, fine. And so the very next day, it was a week out. The very next day, she's like, don't forget about next, I think it was Wednesday, next Wednesday. I said, girl, don't you dare. You need to tell me on Tuesday, next Tuesday, hey, don't forget such and such tomorrow, so that I can then set an alarm on my phone. Because outside of that, baby, I won't be there. Like, I just don't be remembering things at all. But I know why I have such horrible memory, but it still sucks. It still sucks. What is the... Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I can't trade anymore at this point. So honestly, when we have the 8:45 and 9 o'clock combo, I really need to just start trading after 9 o'clock, trying to see if I can squeeze in, what is it? Well, it's like 5 minutes I can trade when I first get on, and then between the two, there's only like, I don't know, like another 8 minutes. So, I mean, 13 minutes. Sometimes I might get a trade, just kind of depends. You know what? My cousin, the one with the kids I call my niece and nephews, he like vividly remembers things from when he was 4 years old. He'll be like, yeah, because when I was 4 years old, you don't remember that? Nigga, no. I don't remember what I did 3 weeks ago. No, I don't remember what happened when you were 4 and I was 8. No, not at all. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Yes, I saw him announce it on Twitter. I have like a fake Twitter account. Like, I don't use it at all. I just use it to look at, there's like a couple of people in the industry that I look at their posts every night before bed just to see what's going on. And occasionally I'll go to Nutty because Nutty doesn't really use Twitter like that, but I did see that he announced it. And I think he was only maybe 70 something dollars away from being fourth place, which would have gotten him another $500. Oh, I would have been so salty. It would have been nice if they updated the numbers in real time, like the NinjaTrader competition. Although I don't respect the NinjaTrader competition because the NinjaTrader competition talks about how, they're trying to reward traders, but you clearly have people who are using 24/7 bots. Like, I don't even take them serious whenever they send that crap out anymore. But yeah, it's nice to see. I think he said that the only rules were that you couldn't DCA and you can only use one mini or 10 micros per trade. But he did really, really well. I think what my plan is today, because I got literally no sleep from that stupid late nap, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of journaling right away, I think I'm just going to disconnect from the data sources because I just don't like my computer running like that, but I need to get some sleep. But I don't need the data to continue running past what I need to actually journal. So I'm going to disconnect so the charts freeze and then take a nap. And then I think I'll journal just everything, all of the trades in the direction of the trend. I'm not going to journal anything counter trend, especially because right now I have a really good feeling that I'm not going to trade counter trend whatsoever, except maybe just like the pullbacks like this. So I'm not even going to bother with counter trend divergence at all. And plus, even if I do decide to still trade counter trend divergence, I have so much data that I should be able to come to a conclusion without today's data being part of it. But I put like on a little sticky note, what like maybe what is it, 2 tasks, 3 tasks that I want to complete today. And I want to try to complete them by like 7 o'clock this evening. So I'm probably gonna take like at least a 3 hour nap though, because I need it. My brain, my brain needs to live it up. Why you didn't tell me how great lumbar pillows are? Oh, listen, I need to get my pillow out of my car because I just use like a regular pillow on my lower back. And I actually just noticed last night. You guys know I've been complaining about this same spot hurting in my back for well over a year now. And I think I know how I initially tweaked it on the inversion table because of how my back structurally is. But I noticed yesterday that like I contract my abs like all the time. And when I start to get a little unbalanced, like in how I'm sitting, I noticed yesterday, I don't know what made me concentrate on this, probably because of lack of sleep, but I noticed that like I was actually tensing up that part of my lower back on the left side as well with it. probably like unconsciously as a way of stabilizing myself. And I'm like, oh my God, this is why this fucking muscle hurts all the damn time. So I need to go get my lumbar pillow out of my car actually, because those things are amazing. Yes. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I hate driving without mine. Even like if we're going on a long trip or something, I will take that out of my car, especially if I know I'm going to be driving. I sure will. That's the only way I can drive. It's like most car seats are made in a way where I feel like my lower back is so unsupported. So I need that lumbar pillow. All right, first 35 seconds. You making me want to go out there and get it right now. But I can't because I want to take a nap as soon as I'm done. And once I go outside, I can't do that because then I need to shower before I get into bed. I'm just real anal like that, so I'm gonna have to wait. Yes. That and your heated blanket. I have this one. Let me see if I can. So sometimes when my back is hurting me too much, I will use this little thing. It has like acupuncture little thingies or whatever, but I'll sit my heating pad on top of it and then lay down on it, and oh my gosh, the relief that I get. I also have one that's kind of similar that's for my neck. And sometimes I just use like one of those neck travel pillows, put the heating pad inside of it and just lay on it, and the relief. That's usually how I relieve my headaches actually. Yes, yes. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, now that you started using your lumbar pillow, you're gonna notice how many just random things that you sit on just have no good lumbar support at all. Cause I even have the thing on my car seat where like I turn it all the way up on the lumbar support and it's still not enough. All right, not really interested in that yet. Don't think. All right, we started with a double bottom, so I'm gonna wait for the next pullback. I'm trying to be patient. Not trading counter trend is gonna force me to be more patient, but also it's gonna help me to be a little bit more efficient on trading the pullbacks because I can already start working on anticipating what I need for the next pullback kind of thing instead of like, all right, I have to look at what I need for this sell and okay, it's not setting up. So now I have to switch gears in my mind to the pullback, and it's just the back and forth is just a little too much for me right now. Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see, what do we look like on a 1 minute chart? All right, so that's not right. Is that where we changed to a uptrend? We did. don't want to trade in here. Who the fuck designed these rolling chairs? I don't know. People without back issues. That's exactly who designed it. Because they don't care about anybody but themselves and their working backs. Uh-oh, stop what I'm trying to do. Alright, I gotta stop looking at this. There we go. It's not clearing the way I want it to, though. Nope. So this is the only thing I don't like about my thought process right now on not trading inside of the change zone. Is I needed to break either side, but we can consolidate quite a bit in there, but it's gonna keep me out of losses, then fine. And it's literally drawn pretty perfectly to the one, the bar coding on the 1 minute chart. So I'm eating up. Now biscuits and gravy. I'm gonna leave that up to Trenches because he's gonna tell you it's only such and such calories. I mean, like I said yesterday, you can eat almost anything in moderation. If you eat biscuits and gravy, what does your diet look like the rest of the day? Does it more than make up for it or no? We got a 1 bar pullback back there, so 1, 2, one more swing, and then I could start looking for trades. Oh shit. 2, 3. All right, I could start trading again. Come on, I just want some decent opportunities today. You don't do moderation? Okay, well, 37. Damn. Well, are you gonna be disciplined the rest of the day with your eating? How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Draper or Drap? I'm gonna say Draper. Good morning. How are you this morning? I am very tired, but I'm here. And that's all that matters, because I'm gonna get me a nap right after this session is over. Okay, but when you pig out like that, do you at least stay really disciplined the rest of the day? She's very honest. And you know what? Honesty is best when it comes to having certain fitness goals, because let me tell y'all something. When I go to the doctor with my granny, she loves it, but she hates it at the same time. Y'all should have seen that doctor when I was like, well, she just bought a big old box of cheeses from Sam's last weekend. Doctor said, Cheez-Its? That's way too much salt in it. And just so you know, she doing XYZ and what to eat and is. But like I told her, I do that because as a previous medical professional, I understand how important it is for somebody to know the full picture. Because how can I treat you for something when you're telling me half the story and then we're trying to figure out why certain things don't work out? Well, the reality is it would work out if you told me the truth. I snitched, sure did. Don't take me with you if you don't want me to tell. But will I be disciplined the next day? Probably. Applejack shit. I don't know. I don't know how to help you then. You don't eat sugar at all? I don't either. I can't tell you the last time I even purchased a bag of sugar. Probably in my, I don't actually, in reality, I don't think I've ever in my entire life purchased sugar. Ever. Not kidding. I never have. Good morning, Timbo. How are you this morning? Yeah, I don't purchase sugar. I have one of those really huge pink Himalayan salt, just like the twisty dispenser things. And I barely ever use that. I usually only use one seasoning. If I'm seasoning something, I use one seasoning if I'm using meat. One that has salt in it, the rest are salt free. But yeah, I don't even really use salt like that either. And I just eat fruits, meat, and vegetables. I don't really consume very much processed food. That's really it. One, two, three. You know, another thing that I'm noticing today, a lot of the reversal bars have the opposite deltas. And we have a lot of one bar pullbacks today, and it's really starting to piss me off because I could be asleep right now if I can't trade for 3 swings every 2 swings. Oops. But that's about to get on my nerves, I ain't gonna lie. Especially since I'm not taking them yet. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? No white sugar or flour in your house? Yeah, I don't know the last time I used flour either. I am the epitome of when you know better, you do better. At least with my diet. Maybe not with exercising because I literally don't have the time right now. But I do need to at least get back to walking 20 minutes a day at the very least because I feel like if I do that, then even if I'm not lifting weights at the moment, it should be fine. 1, 2, 3. I should be okay, you know. 41. We just don't have the strength in the market to trade the way I want to trade today. It really kind of fucking sucks. Not AJ. You should get a nickname. You give everybody else nicknames. Rent due today. Hello. Your Chipotle chicken was good. Nothing from Chipotle is good. Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, see positive delta in that bar, that swing down. Oh, that's a loss. That's a big loss. I could tell as soon as that's the other thing. I want to pay attention to like when the zigzag changes immediately, that lets me know that the order flow is off. If you notice, this swing was heavier than this one, and I don't really know if I like that much, at least on counter trend moves. I'm still trying to figure it out, but right now I have it written to take it, so I just took it. This is why we're on evals. This is why I do not trade on my VAs yet. So I still gotta figure it out. $33. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, no, I wasn't. I didn't have rules for that. I was correct. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, once the volume gets too heavy on a counter trend pullback, I don't think I like it. I don't. 32, 33. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Stage HOA fees are increasing. Ooh. Wait, unsubs. Wait, where are you going? No, don't leave us. Charge my taste buds, not my heart. 75. What's a pullback? What the hell? We just went up 95 ticks and retraced 95 ticks right behind it in less than 30 seconds. And we're going to be pushing new lows pretty soon. Damn, I should have took it. I didn't want to take it because we were so close to where I would need to break even. But because of that, it actually wouldn't have hit my entry until we reversed off of it for a half a second. It looks like. So price hit it, went up, would have filled me, and then dropped. So I don't even count that as a missed win. Oh, my chest. Paul, how goes it? Are you trading this morning? Another thing I have to go back to, which I kind of hate because I have to pay a little bit more attention when this happens. I can't trade when the zigzag's not attached to the right bar. I have to do that all over again, which is very annoying. But we must do it. At least for now. And you know what? What time was that? It's a lot of barcoding today on the 1 minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like the 5th time since the market opened. The girlies on the page trading. We live for real. Thank you for getting. Yes, you can call me that. I promise. That's one of my nicknames. One of the many that I have. Yes, absolutely. I love it. I do. It's so crazy how we have like so many opportunities, and even then, you still just don't see a lot of women taking advantage of trading. You don't. That was the first thing that Applejacks commented on, her very first comment on one of my lives. And I was like, oh. Close 96.75. So that did not. I needed 2 more volume points in this swing down to be able to look for this pullback. All right, things look like they're slowing down a little bit. It's not. It is over there. It's just not over here. And now we're about to start pushing towards the lows. And right now, I don't know if I'm comfortable trading at the lows. I'm probably still going to do it just because. Yeah, I don't really like the market today. I don't, and I won't. Maybe after I finish going through that last, I think it's maybe like 25 pages on that, on all the data that I have. Maybe I'll feel better about starting to these setups I'm sitting out of. But right now, if it doesn't fit my one-liner, I'm not taking it. I'm not. I've been stuck here ever since, period. Take a week off this summer. Ooh, are you gonna go somewhere? You might be running to GA soon. Mississippi eliminate the income tax, but baby, who the hell want to live in Mississippi? That's where my family actually is initially from. How long have you been trading and where did you start? So I've been trading since 2014. I started in Forex as well. The guy who I started learning from actually was a scammer that I helped put in jail, but I heard his ass is out already. But anyway, yeah, so I started off in Forex, dabbled in futures just a little bit back then. I was trading on Thinkorswim. Eight. You dirty bitch. Yeah, so I started on Thinkorswim when I did trade that way. One. And we just made it counter trend. Why? Market why? But anyway, I also dabbled into binary options, which I actually liked until I started losing trades because I was one tick off from the damn strike price on the expiration of the contract. So I got screwed a few times that way and I was like, F this. I've taken a couple of courses. I took one with Major League Trading. I took another with Aerial FX. I took another from a homegirl that I have that's been trading full-time successfully for the last 10 years. I've done a lot. Up until about 2 years ago, I was intraday swing trading. And then once I got onto YouTube, I decided, all right, I want to reach my goal of mastering scalping because sitting on the charts all day felt like a job and I felt like that was pointless. Like I might as well just go back to nursing and make a bunch of money doing not a whole lot because of the area of nursing I worked in. And so I was like, well, if we're going to do this, I want to be able to scalp. I want to be able to just trade for an hour to an hour and a half each day and go live my life. And so that was my whole purpose of starting my YouTube channel, was just mainly to document my journey of trying to struggle, putting a strategy together. But I also knew that eventually I would want to put out 31. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that was a negative delta. That's what I'm talking about. It was a negative delta. But anyway, I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to trading. It might not seem like it because, I have red days and stuff, but that's just from trying to put together a Renko-based strategy. There's not a lot of Renko-based content out there to begin with. So I'm kind of a psycho for doing that. And then incorporating two things that in the 9 years that I was trading without Renkos, incorporating two things that I never used before, which is order flow and volume. That is a whole nother thing, right? Because I have to learn it. I have to not just look at the patterns that I see on the charts, just, with market structure, but then incorporating things and trying to learn how they work, why they work, and things like that. And learning it on a bar type where very little information is out there. I just was a psycho for trying to do it. But for me, it was a challenge and I like challenges. And I just told myself no matter how long it takes me to master it in the way that I want to, it's going to be worth it long term because, I just feel like with trading, this is a skill that can pay you forever. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, well, if I went to school for nursing for as long as I did, just to hate it eventually, why wouldn't I want to do this, and prove to myself that I can do it? But 8, that's gonna be kind of impossible, I think. Oh, actually, maybe not. Oh, yes, it is. Negative delta. But anyway, so I have an extensive history with trading. That's why, like, if I'm watching certain people trade and they're trading time-based candles, I can see immediately, like, what they're doing that's preventing them from getting some of the consistent results that they would like, because I was very consistent when I was intraday swing trading. Even at one point, I was consistent with Rinkos when I was trading like divergence. I would have a scalper for like 10 points and then a runner right after that I would just get out at the close of a reversal bar, and that was kind of that. And I was doing really well with it, to be honest with you. I just decided I wanted to do something different. So, wait, Mississippi is going bankrupt and they got rid of income taxes? How the hell that work? Ain't nobody trying to live there. I don't care what the money is exactly. You started in 2020 with options. Okay, let me get the money in McDonough, heavy logistics town. Now, I wouldn't mind being a truck driver if I did what my best friend does. He's like local now. And negative delta again. This market fucking hates me, okay? It just hates me. 24. Let's see if this one works. Now that one worked, but the one earlier didn't. But I also think it might have been because of the time. Whatever the ward sales that says it's all day usually tends to show up in the news indicator at 9:15, and that trade that I took was at 9:13, which I usually stop 1 or 2 minutes before low impact news. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe it didn't work out because of that, because this one worked out perfectly fine. So it could be. And this yeah, worked out exactly how I wanted it to as far as what the delta looked like. So if the next one sets up, I probably will go ahead and take it. We'll see. 22.6. But yeah, my best friend, he I think he drives like 8 or 10 miles each way. And I think he gets paid like $100 per load or something. And I think if he takes it empty, it's like $50. And he starts work pretty early in the morning. And it's so easy for him to make a lot of money each day. I would do something like that. I couldn't be like an over the road truck driver though. But when we did the drive to California from St. Louis, he helped me on my way there, and then one of my other friends helped on the way back. He was like, "Man, Key, we got here fast. Don't you want to? Let's just partner up. Let's just do a little duo." No. I told y'all how much I drive. Matter of fact, I just filled my tank up this weekend, and that was probably my first time filling up my tank in like probably almost 2 months, month and a half, 2 months. And that's only because I started going to my best friend's house more often, take my granny to the doctor, shit like that. I don't want to be no damn truck driver. That man crazy. Inside of the Home Depot in Lithonia. All right, we have damn it, stop doing that. It's another thing I don't really like that much is I can't really take the pullbacks here because we're rotating and we just reject it anyway. Today fucking sucks. Since you can't find relax, you cannot. So my other best friend, who is the one who trades, he took a course on, what is it? Dispatch. And he was trying to do dispatching, and he was like super gung ho about it until he realized how unreliable the drivers are. And he was like, bro, this was a waste of my time. I mean, I made him a logo. Like, he was ready. Okay. He was calling different drivers. He got a couple people to be down with the get down, you know? And so this one guy ended up stiffing him. I forgot what ended up happening, but he like booked the load and then ended up backing out but didn't tell him. And it's like, to start off as a new company with a bad reputation because you have this unreliable driver. He was like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit no more at all. Oh, thank you, Draper. Paid service now after going through all the core. No, I honestly, I probably would never, and I've been talking about this from the beginning. I probably would never ever offer a course ever. I don't care if I make $1 million in prop firms. I probably would never. And realistically, it's because I have spent my entire adulthood in areas of business or careers where I was primarily serving others, right? My very first career while I was in nursing school was real estate, being a real estate agent. And I put a lot of time, energy, and effort into that. Like, I was that person where I'm like, I know this looks cute, but no, like, this is not going to work for what you want, And I was that person who I wouldn't even take somebody to a house that I know that they're not going to qualify for, and I would tell them, like, I'm not going to do that, because the biggest thing is you are going to hate it. You're going to hate every house that you see that you actually qualify for, So I was like coming from a standpoint of serving. So then I did nursing. I was a psych nurse the majority of my career. And I was in network marketing, which I was like in the financial services aspect. I actually have another YouTube channel that was based on, it was to keep myself accountable while I was getting out of debt. But in the process of that, I sold like budgeting planners. I don't know if I have one in here, but I sold planners, worksheets. I used to do mock budgets for people, which took a lot of time. But I did a lot of serving on that channel. And just everything I've done was always in the process of serving others. And so one of the reasons why I knew eventually I would get out of nursing, I had a credit repair business helping people, which I think that business is probably the most insane. Like, to help people who don't pay their bills and wonder why eventually they stop paying you for your services is insane. Like, once I came to that conclusion, I was like, girl, we're done. We're done here. But yeah, so when I got back into trading, I was like, I didn't even want a Discord. They'll tell you it took me a very long time just to create a Discord, because I wanted to be able to serve myself and not ever feel like obligated to people. And I feel like when you have a course, you're obligated to people, because I actually have a course on my, like, it's called a financial wellness program, where I teach people how to get out of debt without being super restrictive and learn how to budget your money in the right way and things like that. And it's like, even when you have a self-paced course, guess what you're still going to do? You're going to get people who email you or inbox you and say, hey, in lesson 5, module 2, video number 3 at minute 17:11, you said XYZ, but what if 1, 2, 3 happens? This is a self-paced course, and I put this out here for you to help your damn self. So, because of that, I don't think I'll ever have a trading course, ever, because I like the whole thought process of it's me and my computer for an hour and a half a day. And I'm not obligated to anything outside of that besides this Discord that they made me start. But I don't mind the Discord part. But anything past that I feel like would just be like pointless. If trading is, I have the thought process of trading is buying my time back from corporate America. What's the point of buying my time back if I'm just going to give it back to people all over again? It's not worth it to me at all. And I'm very energy sensitive, which also doesn't help when you're in the service fields, because people's energies can be a lot. And for me, it could just be way, way too much. 28. Damn it, the zigzag's not attached. Go down one more tick. Like, what the Okay, that's better. Actually, I think I want to get into that if it goes back up there. Period. But yeah, so that's my judge. Oh, what's this thing? She comes in the Discord once every blue moon. Girl, that's because I've been going through this shit, okay? I've been in a slump. No, I promise y'all, like, because of this slump that I mean, I've technically been losing for a year plus trying to put this together, right? But once I got the 2 weeks of green, that streak, and then I went back to losing, like, I promise y'all, all of my time is spent going through data, trying to figure out rearranging data, just trying to figure out, like, what am I missing here? Because the thing is, I'm looking at the same charts every day, which is good. But it's like, I know that I'm missing something, right? And that's why over time, I might trade a certain way for like a month and a half. And after, because I don't go in with very much backtest data, once I start to make adjustments over time, I'm like, okay, yeah, this isn't going to work the way that I want it to. And then I'm having to start from scratch. And it's just a fucking lot, okay? It's a lot. But I'm gonna be in there a lot more, okay? I am. I've just been trying to figure out how the hell to get out of this damn slump. All right. I saw the light and what I was doing, and then the light went away. So I'm trying to fix it. Damn it. 27. The what ifers are ridiculous people, and they're not. And I just think to myself, like, if I had to deal, okay, so this is my other issue, right? I don't really like people that much. And I think it's because I'm such a logical person. Most people are extremely illogical. And so, and I'm such a goal-oriented person. I'm a self-starter too. And a lot of people are so dependent on others. And so I think because of like my unique combination of personality traits, it makes it very difficult to have to interact with so many people who are so normal. And by normal, I mean like their way of thinking. And it's frustrating, right? And so I love when I'm around people who think the way, like, we don't have to have the same exact opinions, but at least if you're logical, it's fine. It's fine. That's why that one Discord server irritates me, because those people are illogical and they sound so uneducated and emotional. But yeah, so I think like that is what irritates me the most. Like, I loved being an Apex mod before the Discord server. I was one of the first mods. Before the Discord server just completely went crazy, it was great. But then it's like, when you have people who are literally asking you questions that you can go to a god dang on FAQ and type in this is what search bars are for. You want to know what the rules are for such and such? Type that one word in the damn FAQ. All right? So when you have people who are like, this is an opportunity to make money, and you're relying on another person to answer your question. That's just like somebody in that server was like, well, an admin in the Apex Discord said the DCA was just fine back then. Okay, but what did the FAQ say? Admin or not, employee or not, what did the FAQ say? If the FAQ said it's not fine, then don't you think that at some point it was going to be enforced? Just saying. The operative word, logical. That's all I ask for. Just a little. Just a little. She's a legend. While working last night, seems like she was talking way over his head. Probably was. I don't really like him much because I feel like he doesn't do a great job of like some of the people that he's had on there. It's like not everybody in this space know this person is a scammer. Why do you have them on your podcast? That's why I don't really like him much. Some experience with Ringo and array of information on trade, and I want to know if we can be traded. Absolutely. Absolutely, Draper. Even if it's something where, like, listen, most of the time, if you hit me up on Discord, like, if you're just, hey, look at this chart and tell me what you think, or hey, I want to incorporate this, how do you think I should? Or if you're ever looking, this is the thing, I've been in trading for so long and I've used NinjaTrader for so long, that if somebody uses NinjaTrader and is looking for any type of indicator whatsoever, I don't care if it's a risk to reward indicator, I can almost guarantee I know exactly where to find whatever you're looking for, whether it's free or paid. And I'm one of those people where I love to just bounce ideas off of people. That's another reason why I was eventually okay with creating the Discord, just because it's a great place. Like if you go into the Discord right now, you'll see that me and Lotto were having conversation back and forth where he trades Rinkos and he's trading on an 80 tick chart, but he wants to scalp for 20 ticks. I'm like, okay, well, keep your 80 tick chart to tell you what your overall chart direction is. Get you a 20 tick chart as well. Put these two indicators on here. This is going to tell you what the market is doing as far as volume goes and structure and things like that, and you should be good to go, you know. But yeah, I don't mind bouncing ideas off of anybody. I am one of those people where I feel like you can learn from almost anyone who's logical. But yeah, he shifted to only having verified traders now, about god dang on time. But you know what? I knew eventually I was going to get burnt out with watching podcasts because I really liked watching the Forex Beginner podcast. I used to love watching his. And then also the one guy, oh, I forget his name. He's a black guy. I think he has a Muslim name, and that's probably why I don't remember it very well. Mm, I can't think right now. Y'all know my memory's bad. But I do like his as well. But I don't know. I like the energy of theirs, and I like some of the questions that they like to ask as well. 64. That wouldn't work. I needed a level attached to that bar for that to work out. Yes, him. I actually like his as well. Yep, I like his podcast. He asks a lot of like thoughtful questions instead of a lot of the basic like, so how do you trade? So tell me your trading story. I mean, I love hearing people's trading stories in the beginning, but then I feel like some people with their podcasts, like they just stay with it a little too long for my liking. Just that. 51. That changed quite quickly. A lot of negative delta there. Do I want to take another trade? Because I am break even at the moment. Well, doesn't matter. Zigzag changed on me. Yeah, that's him, Applejacks. 51. That's not going to be anything. I think we're done here for the day. To be honest with you, I don't even think I really missed out on very many trades. I think that based on my what I tried to do today with just having like one line of text for each thing that I'm looking for, I really don't think that I missed out on anything today. I think the market just didn't really agree with the way that I trade today, especially because a lot of the really good swings today were based off of the wrong delta, meaning like this would be a negative delta to push up. I don't ever trade that way. Like we have to, the delta has to be positive for a buy, and the delta needs to be negative for a sell. So for me, it just didn't work out very well today because of that. We had a lot of great swings that just started off with the wrong delta, and there's really nothing I could do about that because no matter what, like even with my little one liner today, like no matter what, I never trade that way. So it was just impossible to trade today, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, I have like about 25 to 30 pages, I think, left of data to go through. I think I went through everything from January 27th to I think February 24th. So I need to do everything from no to the 22nd. So now I need to go through February 24th up and see if after I do all of that, I can come up with what I'm looking for. Because if not, Houston's going to have a problem. No. Used to watch every video Calvin dropped. Okay, so I really do like him. However, one of the reasons why I had to stop watching a lot of his content is, and this is just my personal opinion as someone who's has several businesses. I don't really like when people incorporate religion too much into anything business related because it can be a complete turnoff. And I get people's faith, and I understand when people are very strong in their faith, and that's 100% okay. However, you can turn off people who don't have the same religious beliefs. They could have the same religious beliefs, but aren't as like in your face with it. It kind of takes away from the message sometimes, if you get what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the Antichrist and I'm not a demon or anything, but sometimes it could just be a little too much. Like, I didn't come here for that. I would just go watch a preacher preach or something. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Or we might be related. But yeah, that's my only, well, not my, that's my biggest issue with him. Like there's another guy, I forget what his name is. Maybe his name might be Anthony. I can't remember, but he's a darker skinned guy and he has a podcast as well. And he probably is kind of worse than Calvin when it comes to incorporating religion so much. I don't know if he used to do some kind of podcast when it comes to religion. I don't know if he used to be a preacher. I don't know. But he incorporates religion way too much. And I just was like, yo, because I remember I was watching a podcast that he did with, what is that damn girl's name? Kelly OG, maybe? She's in the Forex space. I'm pretty sure it was the interview with her. And I just got so turned off because I was like, my mans, if you are talking to somebody who has done so well in this space and people are coming to you to learn from her, whether it's mindset, strategy, whatever, like, why have you spent so much of this podcast talking about that and how that's incorporated? There's a guy on YouTube actually, and this is the funniest shit ever. I think his name is Trading with Jesus. I'm pretty sure he means Jesus and his name is not Jesus. Is it Trading with Jesus? No, maybe it's not Trading with Jesus. What is that man's name? I'm pretty sure Jesus is part of his name, unless he changed it. And the reason why it's funny is because the last video he put out in regards to Apex was a complete goddamn on lie. And I'm just like, what? He claims that he learned something with Apex where if you get denied in this payout cycle and you try, so let's say that you try to go for a $500 payout, you get denied. On the very next payout cycle, you can't request more than what you made in the last 8 days, because a lot of people, when they get denied, they just trade, make $50 a day for 5 days, flip, and then they request again. He claimed that you cannot do that. Like, you're going to get denied if you ask for more money. That is a fucking lie if I've ever seen it in my life. This is my thing. Either a brand new employee who doesn't know told him that, or he made it up himself. And I'm going to go with he made it up himself, because he's never posted any kind of proof that anybody told him that shit. And that pissed me off so bad. Like, I just wanted to call him out for that part. Why do you have this in your name and you're a fucking liar? Please. Please. I beg of you. Good morning, traders chick. Not you either. I'm weak. That does that a lot. The one time I listened, he started to talk about his name, and I was out too much for a trader. Exactly. It's just like, we're just not here for that, Trading. Yeah, I think that's his name. Yes, it was clickbait. And I just was like, and then this was the craziest part. People took that, ran with it, made content of their own, and the Apex, I hate Apex people just completely ran off with it in Discords and everything like that. And I'm just like, can y'all stop for a moment and have some common sense? You see people in Discords on YouTube who get denied, do they live $50 a day, and get paid the very next pay cycle. But you gonna listen to this idiot who in the comment section actually admitted that he only made another video for Apex because that's the only videos on his channel that gets any kind of views. Why are you listening to a dumbass? And yes, that's exactly what he is for making that stupid ass content. Logical people normally won't or don't delve deep into religion. It's me on people. Yeah, Applejack, shut your damn mouth. Yeah, I grew up in religion. I grew up in the church, okay? And my grandma used to call me a heathen all the time. She right there. She probably can hear me. But guess what? Out of all her grandkids, I do the most for her. I talk to her the most, even when I lived out of town, okay? So heathen I am not. I have great morals and values. I'm a good person. I don't do nothing to people. And that's all that should matter. Okay? Yes. That's all that should matter. But yeah. That's that. All right. So on the take profit account, I'm just not seeing no progress with this. I have to finish this stuff today after my nap. But basically, I have $1,900 in drawdown, and I'm only $100 down on the account. I think I started it back on Friday or something like that. I started off red, though, that day. I think I was down $250 or something on Friday. But yeah, my biggest problem with today is the fact that I genuinely think I didn't miss any trades and only got 2 setups, but I really could say 1 because, like I said, that very first trade that I lost, I really think it's because of the time. It was like 1 minute and 40 seconds before low impact news. But I toy back and forth with, like, when there's something that says all day on the Forex Factory calendar, do I just treat it as not being there? Because the news indicator, which pulls from Forex Factory, usually will give it a time. So I think I just need to pay attention to whatever time it gives it and kind of go off of that. But I don't know. The devil goes to church too, and does. Okay. Some of the worst people I've ever known in my life were churchgoers. And some of the decent people, but who were the most extremely judgmental I've ever seen in my life, were churchgoers. Like, I had a friend who had a lot to say to her friend about her choice in men and allowing certain things and things like that. But the things she allowed in her own marriage just didn't make sense to me, especially as somebody who was that deep into religion. Like, you should have been up out of there. I'm confused. I don't understand. When's the last time she been in church? Probably for a funeral like me. Probably. But yeah, that friendship is null and void. Actually, because she overstepped religious boundaries. Actually, that's exactly why I had to get her out of there. Because when you, as a person who respects people's beliefs on anything, even if they're completely stupid, when somebody doesn't respect mine, I gotta go. Especially when it's logical, you know? But yeah, I had to get rid of that friend. So now I only have one close female friend left, and it's the one that's been here 25 years. I promise y'all, when I called her one day, they're just talking about random stuff. And then I'm like, Ashley, I have something to tell you. She's like, what? So remember how you were just like so happy for me and like proud of me for making another female friend? She was like, what happened? So I had to get rid of her. And she was like, oh my gosh. But then when I told her what happened, she was like, knowing you as long as I have and knowing what type of person you are, like, it doesn't matter if it's friendship, relationship. I am very upfront about my views on certain things because there are certain things that are just like non-negotiables for people, right? And I am not that person, like, especially if I'm dating somebody, I'm going to tell you what my non-negotiables are up front because I don't want you to be surprised if you put on a front in the beginning and are acting a certain way, but then you start showing signs of my non-negotiables and I get up out of there faster than I came in there. All right. So you can't turn around and say, well, she told me just last week. No, motherfucker, I told you in the beginning. So yes, I was very upfront with her about certain things and she just disrespected this shit. So I had to get up out of there. Why am I granny vacuuming with the door closed? Did Drea get? I don't know. Drea, did you get in the Discord? Granny, why you vacuuming with the door closed? Girl, you can make all the noise you want to, my sweet thing. Am I on IG? Mm-mm. It won't let you get into the Discord? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me repost the link. For whatever reason, that link expires, but it doesn't expire. It's Discord is very stupid right now. Let me and I can't reroute the actual URL on Bitly for whatever reason. They don't let you reroute anymore unless you pay for premium, and I'm not doing that. And it's actually still the same freaking link. It's very stupid. Where is the Discord here? And I think that's not gonna work. I would tell her for you, Janelle, but she can't hear me. She's still vacuuming. Why does it do this? This is how messed up Discord is. Hold on. Generate a new link. Expire after never. No limit. Listen. This is how stupid Discord is right now. When you invite people, hit and use copy button. When you copy it and you actually try to paste it somewhere, guess what's gonna paste? Hit and use copy button. You're psychic Loki. Try to find me on Discord and I can send you a link. I gotta go through my DMs. I don't know if y'all saw, but it's quite a bit there. What is my Discord name? I forget how to find the numbers. How do you find this? That's how y'all know I don't use this dang on thing that much. Good morning, Granny Girl. Look, she said good morning, just jet. I can't even say nothing back after that. Account. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. No. Please only use. Okay, my name on here is Keamber Trades, but isn't there like a certain ID or something? Oh, wait. Maybe if I do it this way. Nope, not so much. Oh, copy user ID. Drape. Okay, wait, let's try that. Let me try that. Add friend. Your real name is Andreas. Andrea. Text. All right, yeah. We're gonna get you in there. Let me see. That didn't work. Double check that the username. I think it's supposed to have numbers on it or something. Right? Oh wait, maybe it's case sensitive. Was Pippin your favorite player? Squatty. Come on. What the heck? Discord is so idiotic. Oh, wait. It finally fixed. Try that. Because I need to go take me a nap. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired. Hour and a half of sleep is just not enough. It's not enough. But yeah, see if that works. Oh, I need to freeze my charts real quick. Disconnect, because I'm not journaling till I wake back up. Boom, we're disconnected. Yeah, I can't do anything on here right now. I can't even find what my legacy name is with the like the username that has the numbers and stuff. I don't know. But Draper, tell me if that link works. I want to make sure before I get off. Draper, try clicking the link like 2 comments up and see if it lets you in. I am so tired. I'm glad she just vacuumed now. No, what is it saying? Is it saying invite link expired or something? Matter of fact, tell me this. Are you in? Oh, you got her? Okay, good. You know, I don't know how to use that thing. All right. Send her the invite or get her in there some way, somehow. All right, you guys, I'm going to go take me a nap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the commentary because I did. I love a good conversation. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day because I'm going to enjoy mine because I'm going to go get me some sleep. Bye.